Hello there, everybody. Welcome on into today's video. Greatly appreciate taking time out of your day, swinging on over, checking it on out. We're on to Jessica's variety content. Only, besides this video, 2 more videos after this. 2 more, and we'll be wrapping up her solo stuff on the channel. And then we'll be moving on into the rest of the group. Kind of same format, really. It just depends on how much stuff we can gather up as a community here to be able to fill out some of these playlists. Some of them are going to have a little less than others, obviously, because some have had more albums or songs come out. But I'm trying to give everybody their equal chance for their solos, trying to deep dive into it and see what we can find. I think we're coming up with some good playlists. The Discord community has been helping out tremendously with some recommendations as we approach each member. So thank you guys. If you'd like to join us over there, feel free. We'd love to have you. Link is in the description. Come on over and have some fun over there. We do have some fun. So yeah, that's just a little news. We only have a couple of videos left for Jessica, and then we'll be moving on here. But today's variety stuff, oh my god, I guess really high. We do have a little fun video. It looks like it's a kind of like a mixed clip compilation type for Jessica and Crystal. Looks like it was like one of their shows that they did. I don't know which show exactly, but there's that. We have a little Jessica Funny Moments, which is a fan-made video. And then to wrap it all up, we're going to be doing her episode from the Daily Catch-Up podcast, which is basically just kind of her opening up about like finding closure after Girls' Generation and then some other things. I thought that'd be a little fun, interesting video to watch, just to see her perspective on some of this stuff. So that's it. Those 3 videos. The podcast video is like 30 minutes, so it's gonna be I wouldn't say like a super long video, but it's gonna be a good solid like 30-40 minutes. So grab a drink, grab a snack. So let's just jump on in. Let's go. All right, what is she doing? Poor Crystal.
발길질에 욱한 크리스탈의 반격이 시작됐다.
They're so funny.
이거 봐, 이렇게 폭력적인 언니가 다 있어.
What kind of sister are you?
내가 이러고 살아.
They're normal. Crystal's out. She's done. Bye. Okay, carrier.
올라올 수 있겠냐? 아니 그렇게 야 이거 다 이렇게 할 일이야? 정치적?
She's just like flopping it off the stairs.
그리고 또다시 시작된 제시카의 장난스러운 공격.
풀어.
들어가지도 않아.
네 머리통? 여기 들어가.
안 들어가. 그리고 못 빼면 어떡해. 뭐야.
Poor Crystal.
이거 봐.
That's a bed?
그런 거 봐. I think couch도 되는데. 이거 좋다. 나 이거 좋아. 이것도. 나 이어폰
너 이어폰 듣는 거 아니야, 주지 마요. 짜증나.
왜?
부르면 계속 불러야 돼. 수정아.
안 들리니까.
아니, 그렇게 주세요. 아니야, 오빠 주지 마세요. 오빠 누구 매니저예요? 오빠 그러면 안 되죠.
너무해.
아니야, 너 그냥 누워 있어.
언니, 나 음악 듣고 놀자.
안 되겠어. 나 너.
나도 말고
내가 알잖아.
Such sister energy. I love it.
말하지 마. 빌려주세요.
안 돼, 오빠.
짜증나.
아니면 네가 갖고 다니든가, 네가 아쉬우면.
나 진짜 어이없어.
Aww.
일로 와.
Aww.
많은 생각이 드는 거지.
모르겠어, 근데.
나
I had a lot on my mind these days.
sorry I couldn't be there for you.
I really need to
Aw.
talk to you. Because like no one would listen to me.
Oh. Oh no.
그러니까 그런 게 있을 것 같아. 제일 바쁘고 뭐하고 하는 게 다 핑계다. 그리고 제일 가까이 있는 사람한테 가장 소홀해지는 거야. 그래서 제일 가까이 있는 사람한테 가장 더 잘하려고 해야 되는데 맞아. 그래서 언니가 너무 미안해. 그래서 너가 자꾸 문자하고 막 이러면 얘가 뭘 말하고 싶긴 하구나 싶은 거야. 근데 이렇게 페이스타임 너랑 나랑 이렇게 만날 수 있는 시간조차도 그렇게 많지가 않으니까 앞으로는 더 많을 거야. 앞으로는 더 많을 거야. 더 여유로울 거고. 응.
Oh. They're so sweet. It's also heartbreaking. Aw.
미안해.
I'm gonna cry. Hi, Ollie. Welcome on in. Gonna be my emotional support cat today.
그래.
Hi, come on.
같이 보낼 수 있는 시간이 많이 없으니까 이런 시간을 더 잘해주고 싶을 것 같아. 그치? 더 얘기하고 싶고 더 괴롭히고 싶고.
Yes, hi.
우와, 이렇게 눈 붓게 해줘서 천만에.
You're welcome. Of course.
천만에. 우리 지금 그냥 울면은 다음 날에 촬영할 때 소세지 돼 있지 않냐?
I look like a
아래
grilled
무슨
sausage. I can't.
당연히가 커버해줄 거야.
Hi, come on.
웃어.
Oh my word.
네, 이 부분은
There's gonna be a full show of that.
제목입니다.
Hold on, before we jump into this next video. One, heartbreaking, seeing them both cry. Two, what show was that from? That wasn't the US show. Doesn't seem like it. I mean, it could have been. I don't think so. Let me know. One, I'm not sure if I can emotionally handle it, but might be something to think about after the deep dive, maybe over on Patreon or something like that. Watching their little show, as long as there's like subs and stuff, we'll see. But also, what a heartbreaking moment. My gosh. I was like, okay, variety stuff. We might get probably have some laughs. No laughs there. Just it like breaks your heart to like see them like get emotional about not being there for each other, or people not, especially for Crystal, about no one like listening to her. So it's just like, man. I just want to give you a hug. Goodness. Boy.
웃어. 네, 이 부분은 제 목소리입니다. 제시카입니다.
이거 영화 양철북인가에서 그렇게 막 아이가 소리를 지르고 순간이나?
Oh no. Is she gonna get stuck? She's gonna get stuck.
아니 통시카예요? 예? 그냥 팔로 보대 팔로. 우리 팀
So much
4시
screaming.
5만 원이요?
진짜 좀 너무하지 않아요? 그러면은
그러면 제가 비밀로 해드릴 테니까.
아유! 에이! 시간! 에이! 가자. 할 수 있지. 먼저 갑니다. 야, 시카!
Bragging people.
라면 먹고 싶어요. 라면. 새로운 기술인데? 최첨단이네. 나 샌드위치.
How do you make a sandwich? Oh no.
잠깐만, 마요네즈 있나? 마요네즈 여기 있다.
She doesn't like cucumbers. My goodness.
손 씻어 빨리. 냄새나. 왜요? 오이 맛있는데. 빨리 씻어. 왜요? 지금 먹냐?
You know? Torture.
느낌이 어땠어요? 그거 아는 순간.
아는 순간 아 이거다.
아, 이거다.
처음에 유산균이라고 그러셨죠?
예. 소녀시대 특징을 잘 아시는지 모르겠는데 여러분들은 한 번 터지잖아요? 그럼 계속 터집니다. 그 단어만 나오면. 유산균. 안 넘어가요. 유산균.
She's like, I'm done. What in the world?
Jessica Jung.
Okay, hold on. She is quite hilarious. Her little laugh is hysterical to me. I love it. She always gets that ice princess or even like ice queen, if you want to call it that too, persona, but she really is just kind of like just silly. I love that for her. Not a lot of idols get that in groups to an extent. There's always like one that will have that ice princess persona in a way, but then is also probably one of the funniest people that you will like see in videos. But then you'll see in other stuff them just be like completely serious. That's Jessica for me. I feel like that's it. Are there CCs? I don't know. This whole thing I think isn't.
Jessica Jung.
Can you tell us what your trainee life was like?
Do you think your friendships had changed in any way?
Was there like an identity crisis for you? Where do you belong?
What does that conversation look like with your mom?
You left the band. What was the behind the scenes?
So I went to the company and
We're gonna get the tea. All right.
If you're a Jessica
Let's
Jung fan,
go.
this is your daily catch up.
What a clever name for a podcast.
Here with us today, we have K-pop royalty, singer, songwriter, actress, author, fashion designer, businesswoman, Jessica Jung.
She's like, yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
hey, hi everyone, hi Singapore, hello the daily catch up.
Yeah, we didn't ask her to say it. We didn't ask her to say this.
We didn't practice this 3 times before. Okay,
so
so we're
sweet.
obviously all very starstruck right now, right? So maybe as a warm-up, we can do some quick fire questions.
Oh wow, is it all firing at me?
Yes. It would be really strange if we just ask ourselves.
But if you got questions for them, you can.
Yeah.
We'll be happy to take some.
Okay, what's your favorite color?
Blue. No, it's not. I made it up.
Nope.
Wait, what's your favorite restaurant in Singapore?
Tian Tian chicken rice.
Oh.
Are you a tourist?
Not true.
What's your favorite tea?
Tea. Tea.
No.
Hey, you don't know the
Not
Korean
that kind of show.
reference.
Milk tea. Bubble tea. Interesting start.
Okay.
Now it's our turn.
Okay, so you've been to Singapore quite a few times, right? What is one place you must visit when you come to Singapore?
To eat Singapore chili crab.
Oh, that sounds
Okay, so she's in
delicious.
chili crab, not pepper crab.
Okay.
Oh yes, I don't like pepper.
How would you describe Singapore to someone who has never been here?
Clean, friendly,
Oh.
humid,
Very humid.
and yummy.
Yes.
Yummy.
Musically wise, if you could collaborate with any artist right now, who would that be?
Like anywhere in the world.
You know, I love Ariana Grande.
Oh, wow.
I mean, she has sung
Favorite
a couple
K-pop group
of
right now.
groups.
K-pop group.
like, please
New
don't.
Jeans.
Interesting.
I'm also super shy.
Oh my gosh, shut the hell up.
Uncle Joe.
Okay, so you were known for your work with SNSD, but of course now you're a solo artist, and in fact, that's why you're currently in Singapore, because you're actually doing your first concert tour right now.
Amazing.
So being back on the road after a long while, how has that been for you?
Been very hectic, actually. It's been a lot of work, and because I was preparing my album and also the concert at the same time, so I was very
she was
busy.
doing both.
But now that
Interesting.
it started, I'm very excited to meet my fans all over the world.
How do Singaporean fans differ from Korean or Chinese fans?
Well, every time I come back to Singapore, they're all very, talkative, and they're very friendly and funny and very energetic. So it's just a different vibe.
Welcome to Singapore.
Yes, thank you.
I've always wondered, for artists that tour the world, how involved are you in planning for the concert?
For me, I'm very particular in what I like and what I want to do.
Okay.
So I'm very much very heavily involved in everything.
Is
I
there
see.
one specific example of like something that you said you must have at this concert?
I said the LED should be a diamond shape because it's called Diamond Dreams.
I mean, it makes sense.
Get this out of here.
Speaking of music, how you actually got scouted is actually so-called a chance encounter, because you were born and raised in San Francisco and you were here, sorry, not you were here, you were in Seoul
Yes.
for a family vacation when both you and your sister got scouted at a shopping mall.
How crazy is that?
Can you walk us through what is actually that journey, right, of this man seeing you and then you become a trainee?
It was a woman.
That's hilarious.
It was 2023.
Sorry, no, but this was back
Why
then.
did she fired back so quickly?
Okay, how did that happen?
Okay, that's a very long time ago.
Also, you were 11.
She was like, I tried to.
11. I was living in the States with my family, and actually my dad's side of the family was in Korea. So we wanted to come say hello and, spend summer break in Korea. And we were just shopping, and there was a casting director, but she was kind of freaky, because like a stranger just comes up
And then
to
she's
you
behind the pillar on this wall.
and goes like, so where's your mom?
Oh,
Right.
But we were just like, who are you? She's there if you want to talk to her, So it was actually a very quick encounter, because I didn't really say much to her, and because I wasn't allowed to talk to strangers. I'm at a very young age.
What do you think the scouts are looking for? Because you were so young, and I understand and appreciate now, because we were having a conversation earlier, that isn't it really pedo-ish if the scout was a guy? And then they were going to 11-year-olds, 7-year-olds.
And her sister was 5.
Yeah, and they are not even talent spotting from a festival or
Or audition or anything.
performance or
Yeah,
whatnot. They're just like, you look really pretty. What else do you think they look for?
I think it's
She's like, wait. Do I want to say this?
herself.
I have to say it myself.
It's just
so.
really good looks, right?
No, because I feel like it's kind of the overall aura that person carries, how that person carries herself.
Right.
Although you're a child,
Yeah, right? Is that not strange if it's a guy somehow?
I feel like, you can still have this uniqueness to yourself.
That's true.
True.
That's
That
true.
aura. I don't know how to
The
explain
way
it.
she walks and
Okay,
stuff,
so out of the 4 of us here,
We're too late. Too old.
Please, why? No, I'm wondering also if it's something that's unique to Korea, because that's where
We have
the
stability,
industry
yeah.
is. Yeah, so then it's not so surprising that you do get scouted for something like that.
Actually, in a huge company like that, there aren't many people who are scouted like that.
Oh,
Because
Also, it's
most of
mostly
them are
auditions.
auditions.
Okay. Interesting.
So I went to the company. And
wait, before that,
Yeah.
like your mother just let you go?
No. So there was
Sure,
a
go.
phone call meeting or whatever, and they arranged a time for us to kind of go to the company together. So I went with my mom.
What does that conversation look like with your mom? Like when you're trying to decide that you want to embark on a journey like that?
Oh, actually, because I did a lot of other activities, like after school activities, like, I don't know, ballet or piano lessons or singing lessons or
Like an Asian.
The scout is so good.
I joined the choir. I did a lot of different things. So my mom thought it was just a good after school activity, but she
Good
did
after
tell me
school
that
activity.
school was a priority.
Yeah.
You will not be able to go during the weekdays.
But this was when you were still based in San Francisco.
So we actually moved to an international school in Korea.
Right.
And what was that like? Like growing up in the US and then suddenly having to uproot and like move to South Korea at such a young age?
It's pretty cool. Because international schools, everybody speaks English anyway, so it wasn't a big problem for me. And there are some cultural differences, I guess, because in Korea, there's like a respect factor and, there's like this bowing tradition in Korea, like 90 degrees bowing.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe these days it's kind of,
Yeah. That was like a
it
knot.
loosened up.
It loosened
But
up.
before it was pretty strict. And so in school, you have to bow to people who are older than you.
Like anyone, not just teachers. Oh, that's so sweet. Wait, then your first year in school, you just walk through the whole hallway like that.
No, so what happens if you don't?
It depends. You can see a lot of K-dramas, no?
So you have to figure out how old everybody is.
Yeah, so you must be smart, I guess. You have
Right.
to kind of figure things out.
Then
But
get
you bow, then the
offended.
person not old. It's such a dangerous game.
Another funny thing was in the company when I became a trainee, it's all about when you come in. So it's not about age.
Right. So when you
So
were
I'm
12,
I'm 11 and I'm 12, and everybody who comes after me,
Despite their age.
despite their age, have to bow 90 degrees to me.
So it's experience.
And so like 21-year-old people will
Right.
bow to me. And that was a culture shock to me, actually.
you bow back though, right? It's just they gotta initiate the bow and then you gotta bow back.
No, you don't bow back.
You don't even
You just gotta take it.
That's so strange.
No, you say hi. You say,
You treat them nicely.
It's very, yeah.
Because it's really, we see it on media and it looks terrible, to be honest. And I'm assuming most people don't make the cut, right? So can you tell us what your trainee life was like?
For me, I feel like I was very blessed because the timing was perfect for me. So I was like the baby of the company when I first went in there. So everybody was very nice to me and, teaching me everything. And I only have
baby of
good
the company.
memories. And then after that, a lot of other people started to come in. And that's when, things kind of,
Got more
Became more
competitive.
regimental.
yeah, for them. But like for me, it was fine.
Oh, she was in the sweet spot, like the in-between.
She was already in.
Yeah. So like, I think a lot of the stories came from those years. So many trainees, like all at once. And you can get kind of self-conscious about everything and not be so confident about yourself or compare yourself to others. But honestly, for me, I was very confident. I was like very just happy with where I was. I was like happy going to school and then coming after school, going there during the weekends, having
almost like
fun,
to meet your
practicing and and getting to know people in a totally different world,
So it's not like right after you debut, you get to think you get to do things that you couldn't do. Was there anything?
So when you're a trainee, you had to give your phone up for the whole, the whole time you're practicing.
That's fair enough, right?
Not fair enough. Yeah, after debut, you got your phone back
So
permanently.
Freedoms.
Yeah, that was huge. So you can contact your friends.
We've heard stories of how like restrictive life could be. Like I think there's like the dating like restrictions and things like that as well.
I mean,
I feel like that's
understand,
loosened up a
but
little
I'm
bit.
also like American as well, like Korean American. So I'm on both ends, So I was close to all of the employees and managers there. So I was very open and honest about everything, about my relationship or who I'm meeting or who I want to date or whatever. And if I do that, then they're actually more supportive and they help you. But if you kind of hide it and try to do it behind their back and make trouble, then that's where, everything happens. And that's where they cannot control the situation if something happens, right?
True.
So I feel
Also,
like I was smart about that.
They're
because
really just looking out for you, as opposed to, for example, they want to control your branding to remain single and more desirable.
it's not that actually. It's not that. It's just that they don't want trouble caused to the team or the company or for the artist.
Yeah, okay.
And that's only natural. But how do you do that? How do you control that? You need to be open and honest and talk about it, If you know what's going to happen, you can prepare.
Yeah.
But if you don't, and something hits you.
Yeah.
But I'm also wondering whether the restrictions that they put
she's not
actually
wrong.
ended up being more beneficial because it essentially removed a lot of distractions that you had to focus on what you were doing, which is building a musical career.
Actually, I feel it's not. Because at that time you're adolescent, you're growing up. And you feel
they were babies.
I'm being controlled.
Yeah. And I feel like what she said is very important for the younger generation to hear, because at that time they don't have that sensibility to think that way, to think that they can communicate and talk to everybody and have them understand. Yeah.
But I feel like to a certain extent, because many of the trainees are young, even those in their teenage years, when you take away their liberties, right? For them, they are maybe not yet that obsessed about their career to be a K-star.
Right.
And so they're like, okay, then fire me, or, I'll quit. Like, what do you want from me? And then very often you think about it, wouldn't it then be the parents that pull them back in line and say, you gotta do this
Gotta see the bigger picture.
for your future, for us, because we raised you? Is there a lot of emotional blackmailing from Korean parents?
I think that also depends on every family.
Yeah.
Because my family in particular, we're very independent. My mom and dad just respects our job, and our work is our work.
Right.
And what you make is what you make,
Right.
Yeah.
But it may not be the case for everybody. So
You've mentioned before that you've had this American upbringing, but also the Korean side of things. I'm curious, was there an identity crisis for you of where do you belong?
always, you just need to accept the fact that you don't belong anywhere. And you just need to kind of know how to blend in, I guess.
Right.
Be a
We did
chameleon.
mention that when your sister Crystal, when she was scouted, she was only 5, right? So she
Yes.
joined the trainee program slightly later than you. Was there a level of competitiveness?
Ooh.
Like 0. First, she's so much younger than me. She was where are
Like
you?
that, she was
Yeah.
She has to bow so low.
Now she can touch the floor.
But it must be so nice for her to have someone to ask for advice.
Oh yeah. So I always tell her, and she knows that too. She always says she had an easy life because she had me.
Right.
Yeah. Even in school and even in the company, nothing can happen to her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you did mention that because this was almost like an additional after school activity for you, right?
I could see that.
At
a
what
little
point
bit.
did you think, I'm going to try to make it and become an idol? Because you stayed there for years and years and years, right?
Yeah. I didn't want to debut at such a young age. I think that was an influence of my mother as well.
okay.
She didn't want me to,
What
so
age was that?
there were talks about me debuting when I was in middle school and then in high school. So my mom
with other groups that we...
Yeah.
Oh.
But then I'm so happy that I didn't. So everything happens for a reason. And yeah, I'm happy that I listened to my mom. And
Your mom was happy also.
Yeah.
Was there a point during that period before you debuted that you almost maybe chose to pursue something else?
No. Because I did know that my debut was coming up.
So there was no backup plan, all in.
No, my backup plan was I was getting out of high school so I can go to college.
Right.
Yeah.
Get
There you
scouted
go.
again, go and walk around.
She do ballet through the mall.
How was debut like for you? You've practiced, you met your teammate, and then going out there and then hoping people scream your name. Was it everything you expected when you debut?
Yeah, I think we were very confident. Everyone worked very hard and for a long time. So there was no question about it.
Right. Like even back then, is the K-pop fandom as crazy as it is today?
Yeah, at that time, I believe there were not many girl bands, girl groups.
Right.
True.
What is
Very
then
true.
the weirdest encounter?
Encounter of
Weirdest
what?
encounter.
Like unexpected.
Actually, the most unexpected was very recent.
Oh.
It was it was in China.
Okay.
I did the Changfeng Polang, the Jie.
Oh wow, you're Chinese.
And after that show, I guess a lot of people watched it. And so it was a train station or airport, I forgot. But I went to the restroom and
Oh, no.
there was like an old lady. She was a grandma.
Wow.
She just like, she was very, I don't know, starstruck. And she called my name in Chinese,
Oh.
you know, 张秀妍，张秀妍，张秀妍，你去张秀妍吗？ Like she said so many things,
Yeah.
so sweet. I didn't understand her like completely, but I understood my name.
That's so sweet. That's so cute.
And so it was very kind of embarrassing because I was in the restroom, but also very warm of her to kind of.
Yeah.
You go in, she just come out of the toilet, she shout, she come towards you, then she did it.
Yeah.
What would you do?
How about in your early days though? For example, when you first debut and the fans go crazy, and I never understood why certain times celebrities come out, then the fans they cry, then they faint.
Just like crying.
Oh.
Is that not weird when that happens for you? Is that not weird?
I do tell them, don't cry. Or kind of give them a tissue.
Oh, oh, they'll make their life. They still have it.
So every time fan me her pocket.
Vacuum seal.
I mean, you did mention that you guys expected that you would do well, or at least very positively, optimistically
Yeah.
hoped that you would
Yeah.
do well, right?
Of course, yeah.
What would you say was your I've made it moment? Like a moment that made you realize that, wow, your dreams have come true.
When you're selling a lot of albums or you're topping
fair.
the charts, you just hear your song like wherever you go.
I'm very curious, what did you spend your first big paycheck on?
Wow. I don't remember. Wait a
You got
second.
paid, right, as a trainee?
No.
Oh no.
Allowance?
No.
Wait, don't you pay? They're training you, right?
No.
Okay.
That also depends on the company and the relationship you have with the company, or what kind of contract you have with the company.
Right.
So it depends on the trainee.
Case by case.
But yeah, my first check, what did I do? I think I moved.
Oh.
I moved my family home to another.
Oh, that's such
Imagine
a-
getting your first paycheck. Some of us bought our family dinner.
This is after 7 years though. Like 7 or 8
But
years.
still your first paycheck though.
No, but that's such a sweet thing to do because like people buy like a car or like a nice watch.
Oh, that was
like,
second. Yeah.
They keep
There's
close.
a lot left.
Then the watch was
Like,
third.
no. I did that
Hyperinflation
too.
haven't hit back then.
It's true, it's true.
Do you think that there's also a downside in a sense to having such a public life? Or do you think it's like a given because you're a celebrity, you just have to expect it because without the fans, you are nothing?
Yeah, the cost, the price of fame.
There are ups and downs, and grass is greener on the other side. And, sometimes I feel very blessed, but sometimes I feel, I want to maybe have my friend's life, just have a normal life. But on the flip side,
Your friends
I
will want
love-
to have your life.
Yes, and I love my life too.
Yeah.
So, but nobody can have everything. And I try to balance my life as much as I can, give myself some time off.
Is there like a go-to like disguise? Oh, you probably can't say it, then people recognize
Give it to disguise.
But do you though?
it. Yeah, like a hoodie with a hat or like
Just a
sunglasses.
hat. And COVID.
That's right.
With the mask.
Yes.
Ah.
The only upside to that for many celebrity friends, I feel like, was having a mask on.
Yeah.
Because everybody has a mask on. So
Nobody questions.
yeah, nobody questions you or nobody looks at you more. Before, if you have a mask on, people will, who is that?
Yeah.
Why does she have a mask on?
So the friends that you had made, previously in school and all that, right? Do you think your friendships had changed in any way after you debuted?
Actually, I think I have a good eye when it comes to friends and people.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
I actually keep my friends and
your
most of my
them.
friends from
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
And So does my sister. She does that too, yeah.
So for yourself also, I mean, the girl group that you were a part of, you were one of the pioneer ones that went to the US to promote. And
They
you were on
really
David
are
Letterman's show, you
not
played Madison Square
saying
Garden. And
Girls'
you were
Generation
on one of the,
at
I think,
all,
top 10
or
highest grossing
SM.
concert tour
It's
list
kind
for
of
quite
funny.
a long time. But being, in a sense, Korean representatives to the Western world, right? Was there a very different pressure?
I don't think there was pressure. It was just something new. And I think when you're going into a new market, it's always exciting, but kind of nerve-wracking at the same time. Number one, we were busy and we were tired.
Jet lag.
Yes, a lot of jet lag. And we were just having fun, I guess.
But I would imagine, like, I mean, if it's me, because I'm not sure about you, right? If it's me, I go there and then I think if I sing this song or if I say something, right, and then people will think, actually, I don't like K-pop. Then I'll be like, oh shit, that's on me, because I'm the one of the first few to go there and do this, So I'm wondering whether you all had to like maintain, in a sense, a very careful image.
Yeah, like the tourism board warn you about how to carry yourself.
No, nothing like that.
Right.
Okay. So Jessica, you are also the founder and creative director of your own fashion label, Blanc & Eclair. What made you decide to start the brand?
It came very natural to me because I feel like music and fashion, they're always
hand in hand.
Yeah, hand in hand, going together. And for me in particular, I was getting known to people
for your fashion.
For my fashion.
You still are? What are you talking about? 1.5?
No, for what I wear or, what I carry. And so I felt like it would be a very nice side project to do and to pursue.
Because I'm thinking like the schedule must have been crazy at that period of time, right? And then finding time to be able to do this is so impressive.
Thank you.
No problem. So on the note of the public scrutiny, right? I mean, obviously there was a period of time right after you left the band where a lot of people were kind of speculating, what really happened? And I mean, I don't think it's our place
Give me
to
the
ask
tea.
what was the behind the
What's
scenes. But I
happening?
think I'm curious about how that was for you, because I could only imagine how emotionally heavy it must have been. So what went through your head during that period of time, and at the same time also then trying to make your brand work?
I try to put the past behind me, and I always try to look at the brighter things, brighter side. Of course, that time was one of the darkest times of my life, darkest period of my life.
Yeah.
But I had my family and friends to really support me, and my fans were always there. And, I didn't feel alone, and I felt like, it was a good transitioning period and good time for me to grow up.
And
Interesting.
having said that, right?
Interesting.
So from there, I mean, thank you very much for sharing that with us. And having said that, what do you think is the biggest difference from being a solo artist now?
You get to choose everything.
Control.
Like choice paralysis.
If you're in a group,
Democracy.
Yeah, the majority wins. So if you don't want to have black tea, you need to have black tea if 5 people wants black tea. So it's like that. I mean, just for example, but this goes for every single thing, from the little things to the big decisions as well. Right. So you need to learn how to deal and cope with that and be okay with being in that kind of system, which I was. I was fine, but then now I know that
you enjoy it more.
I enjoy it.
Okay, so before we wrap up this interview, you have your concert tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've always wondered, as someone that suffers from anxiety and stage fright, how are you actually feeling today, one day before your concert?
Oh, okay.
Is it just tomorrow I'm gonna go and perform?
She's trying not to be reminded of it, but we keep asking.
Actually, I'm very chill, and
you do seem really chill.
Yeah.
and I don't like to use too much energy before I go up on stage, so I'm not really that hyper. Or a lot of people even friends that I know, you know, they practice a lot before they go up on stage, or they, I don't know, they start singing in the bathroom or whatever. But I don't do anything. I just really keep calm and try to keep quiet and save all the energy for the stage.
Wow.
That's why today she cannot laugh too much.
But you guys made me laugh way too. No, it was fun.
Okay, so looking forward to exciting 2024. What are some things that maybe your fans and we can look forward to in terms of your music, in terms of your business?
Well, the Diamond Dreams concert tour will continue, and it will be held in many other, you know, different cities around the world.
Woo.
So I hope to see you guys all there. And
company trip.
Company trip.
Love it. If you don't see us, right?
And I'll be making music as well. And
Love that for her.
I've been a little bit distant, and I feel like my fans have been waiting for a long time. I didn't do it on purpose, but I don't want them to wait that long anymore. So yeah, I'll be making music, and I feel like there will be a lot more happening in 2024 for you guys to look forward to.
Woo!
Let's go. We're almost done 2024.
The video just came out an hour ago.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We're all waiting.
So thank you very much for watching today's episode, and of course, thank you, Jessica, for joining us.
I feel like they cut out a bunch of stuff.
With
I
us.
really
Like, share,
do.
subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. And you can see her on tour. Let's go!
Yay!
She's adorable though.
Finger heart?
No, this is like that already.
Oh, is it?
Oh.
What is it?
This one.
You guys make the culture. Don't ask us what is it. You guys decide
now
and we
it's also
follow.
this one.
Oh, is
It's not circle shape, huh? It's not circle.
What do you mean?
It's heart shape.
Yeah.
No, you are making this shape.
That's funny. My word. I do feel like we did not get the whole scoop. I feel like there was some stuff probably cut out. Understandable. I was expecting more tea, to be honest, but get what I can get. Just hearing her little story a little for how she was scouted. Of course, you guys have told me that like both her and Chris were like in a mall, so I knew that part, but just her overall like general feeling of being like a trainee and going through that process, and then what was it like kind of like expected of them. It was really interesting to hear her side of that, because you don't hear that very often from a lot of idols unless they've either left their group, obviously, or are now like in their late 20s, 30s, and they're like, we're gonna just say whatever we want to say. Tough luck if you don't like it type situation. Where a lot of new idols do not have maybe that said freedom sometimes, but those are great. She's very quirky too. I just love her. Just a little personality. She's kind of soft-spoken, but also she just seems like she just has a good time. And she, at first, it seemed she was kind of a little uncomfortable, but they really like got her to open up, which was nice to see. They were really fun too. I enjoyed watching them, so that was good. I enjoyed it. That's a variety, guys. I know she has probably several others that we could watch too, and we might do some after the deep dive. So you guys have like fun ones that you guys enjoy, let me know. Drop them in a comment. Swing on over to the community Discord. Drop them over there. I'd love to make some playlists for after the deep dive when we get to that portion, which will be it'll be a while before we even get to after the deep dive. We're already at like 80 videos. 75, 80. We're getting up there. This literally, I have been saying this since the beginning of the deep dive. This will be the longest deep dive that we will probably do on this channel. They just have so much content, which is fantastic for us and me learning about them. So I expect we'll be in the hundreds by the time we wrap this up. But we have 2 more videos for Jessica. I might be filming them tonight. You might see this hoodie. I don't know yet. So thank you Hopefully you guys had fun watching the videos along with me. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.